My name is Daniel Forster, and I am a student in the Master's Degree Program in Instructional Technology at Kennesaw State University. I began the program in the fall of 2013 and will graduate in the fall of 2015. I currently serve as a math teacher at Holy Innocents Episcopal School. The title of my capstone project is Blended Learning Training and was conducted on the campus of Holy Innocents Episcopal School. The capstone experience will be directed towards middle and upper school faculty, providing them with professional development focused on a one-to-one blended learning style. In 2012, the Senate passed Bill 289, which directed the Board of Education to maximize the number of students using digital tools for learning. The bill focused on the freshman class of 2014-2015 as the first to take advantage of the digital learning environment. Bill 289 did not specifically speak to the use of flipped classroom approach. However, this approach is one of the methods encompassed in the overarching goals of the bill. As a result, the administration at Holy Innocents Episcopal School is requiring faculty to use some form of blended learning styles in each of their classrooms in the following school year. The administration is also in the process of altering the class schedule, which may result in the loss of face-to-face class time with the students. The administration is again encouraging the implementation of blended learning into the classrooms as a fix to the loss of class time. The capstone project was to effectively introduce blended learning styles to teachers and begin to integrate technology tools into their classroom. The project began with a presentation about blended learning, what it is, how it works, what positives are associated with it, what are the negatives. The goal of the presentation was to identify early adopters of blended learning and assist them in transitioning their classrooms and teaching styles to have more of an online presence. 37 interested faculty members were surveyed, and 13 agreed to pilot the blended learning training and implement it in their classrooms the second semester. Based on the results of the survey, teachers were placed into small PLC groups to serve as co-learners and support for one another throughout the experience. They were first organized by blending style they were interested in. Styles included completely online to a flipped classroom model, and lastly, provided some support resources online. The participants were then separated by related content area. 12 of the 13 participants were upper school teachers, and 1 taught in the middle school. Lastly, their technology comfort level was used to group them. Small group meetings took place to allow for discussion and more direct contact about how to develop class structure. This was one component that I think most teachers overlook when implementing technology in the classroom. How will the class run? What are the students responsible for prior to class, during class? How and when will they be able to interact with you and each other? The initial discussion started slowly. However, we were able to begin to develop a class structure each teacher was comfortable with, and made sure that they were able to clearly articulate the responsibilities of the students. The second roundtable allowed me to model various technology tools to meet the needs of the teachers. Teachers were able to ask questions, identify which of the tools they were interested in, and begin to explore them on their own for functionality. I spent much of the remaining time of the project helping to troubleshoot issues teachers had with creating their digital resources, class structure issues, and support of technology implementation into their lessons. I invited teachers into my classroom so that I could better model all of these different aspects for them and allow them to speak with my students on things they liked and didn't like. This not only helped the teachers see tools in action and their effect on student learning and engagement, but also provided me with feedback that I could use to better my classroom practices. Each session was followed with some collection of feedback from the participating teachers. The feedback and reflection after each component of the project helped to gather ongoing feedback both verbally and written. This helped to assess how the project was going, as well as the disposition of the participants. To evaluate the success of the entire project, a survey was sent out to the participating faculty. at the end of the year. Their positive feedback will help to determine the success of the Capstone project. The continued and growing use of blended tools and techniques throughout the school will also provide evidence of this success and impact the project has had within the school. The implementation of the project went rather smoothly. A strong rapport was built with the participants. We immediately established a positive relationship with group norms and a comfort level to not be embarrassed to make a mistake or ask for help. The blended presentation was the first I had done at Holy Innocents for all of the faculty. The planning that I put into it to ensure that the content was accurate and clear helped it to be a success. I was able to include a lot of knowledge that I had recently gained in my coursework into the presentation. The initial plan was to group the participants by content and technology tool or blended learning style selected. However, it was quickly found that although this was a good way to start the program, the teachers were starting off with very different comfort levels of technology. It did allow for more one-on-one interaction and allowed for more people to have a voice in the discussion. As a result, the meetings were more productive than they probably would have been with more people. This is one of the biggest things I have taken away from the Capstone experience: flexibility. As a technology leader and facilitator, you must be flexible. There were several teachers who required more assistance in using the tools, and others needed more with implementing them into their lessons. It is important for a technology facilitator to be patient with the participants and meet them at their level. To be a facilitator for other teachers mandates that I be an expert in the tools I am presenting and assisting with, as well as understanding the latest blended learning models. My ability to lead others and have them buy into accepting my help was predicated on me being knowledgeable. If the participants came to training or small groups and I was disorganized and uncomfortable with the tools, they would likely not return or be less likely to implement these strategies in their classrooms. This resulted in a lot of my own time being spent preparing to meet with the teachers and make sure that I was organized. It was also difficult to find times in which the small groups could meet together. This resulted in creating individual meetings for the remainder of the project. Interacting with students and interacting with adults are two very different experiences. Students are growing up with technology curiosity that guides them through the learning process and ultimately the mastery of a tool. Many adults, on the other hand, do not possess the natural instincts associated with understanding of how technology functions. It is not that adults have a negative disposition towards using technology, but rather they have certain apprehensions about using them. They request a lot of oversight in the navigation and use the technology tool for the first time. The level of inquisitiveness is not the same as with students. Several technical issues arose over the course of the project that I helped to troubleshoot. Most of the issues dealt with teacher creation of digital content. The more teachers began to create with the tools, the fewer issues arose. They were able to take what I showed them and to begin to troubleshoot on their own. The results of the project would show it to be a success. 13 of the 37 who were interested in blended learning participated in the ongoing training. The participants provided positive feedback throughout the entire project and via the end of the year survey. As a result of the training they received from the project, 7 of 13 enrolled in the online blended learning summer course at Kennesaw State University and plan to continue the use of blended model in their classrooms moving forward. I am grateful for everything that I have learned during the instructional technology program at Kennesaw State University, and I look forward to the opportunity to serve as a technology leader within my school.